So, this is my spoiler-free review of Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. This film was directed by J.J. Abrams. This is the third part of the trilogy, the highly controversial trilogy so far. Let's start off with the good of this movie. The good. All right. Yeah, that was the good. Seriously though, there is some good to this movie. It wasn't all bad. There's a one thing that I would say for this movie. After leaving the theater, I didn't have the same feeling that I had during The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi, I absolutely hated it. I found myself just angry when I left the theater a couple years ago after watching The Last Jedi. This movie, I didn't find myself angry. I found myself angry the more and more I thought about it on the way home, but I didn't find myself angry leaving. They do some good things here. The visuals are just amazing. I mean, you're gonna hear this a lot, I'm sure. The spectacle of it all. Hell, we all seen it in the trailers. I mean, just amazing set pieces, amazing visuals. The score is good. Some of the humor hit for me, not everything. I mean, I feel like C-3PO was the funniest. C-3PO, Booba Freck was hilarious as well, and the new droid that they added in. All three of those were entertaining. I had some good chuckles, but for the most part, this movie is bad. You hear the leaks that come out, and you kind of think to yourself, there's no way it could be this bad. There's no way they can make these choices. But lo and behold, come to see the movie, they found a way to make it worse just about. It was crazy. Story rushed. I mean, how can you really follow how can you really follow things when things are just moving at such high speeds? I mean, there's always a cut here. Throw you a scene here, cut to the next thing. Throw you the next scene here, cut to the next. It's ridiculous. You can't follow it. They're throwing so much crap at you, and not all of it's good. A lot of exposition dumps in this, man. I understand Leia was dead and they already passed away in real life, so I understand you can only do what you can do with the film that you have. I almost would have rather her not even be in this movie. In the opening crawl, just explain her death away, explain that she's out doing something, explain that something tragic, she fell ill and passed on, something like that. But just, it seemed like they were writing this film, or at least the parts with her, around the lines that she's given, and it always seemed a little awkward. Always, every line she had always seemed a little awkward and out of place. I understand they were doing what they could, the best that they could, so I get it, but it just didn't. I would have rather her not even be on the screen in this situation. I just rather her not on the screen. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where to go. The characters, no real depth to any of them, really. I give Kylo Ren some depth. He's at least he had an arc. At least he had some sort of arc. He was going on some sort of journey, redemption. I don't want to get into too much here because this is not the spoiler review, but at least something happened with him and he's gone through some sort of arc. Rey, where is it at? Rey, You'll know what I'm talking about when you see the movie. Oh my God. She is entirely overpowered. It's trash. I found myself angry. There's this one scene. That's when I knew, oh my God, this is gonna be insane what she's doing. Actually, there was two. It was her opening and her intro when we first see Rey. Garbage. Really? Things that Jedis take years and years, the top of the top, were struggling to do things. Rey is just... I mean, if there ever was a Mary Sue, this is it. This is it. They try to explain it away with some training. Her master Leia. Master Leia. Of course, Leia is going to be the one to teach her in this film. Mild spoiler, I guess. But, of course, that's going to be a thing. You know, I don't necessarily fault... You know what? No, I do fault J.J. Abrams for this filth of a film. I really do. But I understand in a way where you're kind of boxed into a corner by the trash-ass movie that Last Jedi was. Last Jedi was terrible. Killed off characters for no reason, closed off storylines, just did so much damage to the previous story of the Force Awakens that in this movie, how were you? It honestly was an impossible task for J.J. Abrams, but he did some of the worst things that you can do when with this type of franchise. Yeah, you gave us fan service, but it was fan service. It was just the worst. It was bad. It was bad. Characters doing things that don't make sense. Force, I don't know how the Force works now. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, things were just happening. I'm not sure how. I seen things that Yoda was struggling with, but Rey was just Kylo. Oh my God, they were, you know, Rey to more so, but just doing things that was insane. I couldn't. It just was too much for me, man. I walked out the theater ultimately disappointed in this trilogy, man. It had so much potential with The Force Awakens, so much potential. I saw the visions, I saw the things that they, you know, the endless possibilities that could happen. Honestly, I blame The Last Jedi because that just shitted on everything. That destroyed everything. That killed everything. And made it where you have to bring back Palpatine. Clearly, there was no plan for this trilogy. Clearly, there was no thought put into any of this when Kathleen Kennedy set this whole thing up. It was just garbage from beginning to end. The only movie I actually respected and liked somewhat was The Force Awakens, but The Last Jedi killed The Force Awakens for me. And this movie just destroys everything, man. Like I said, the pacing was off. Everything was moving too quickly. By the time you're realizing how much garbage you're getting fed, you know, they throw more garbage at you. So it's hard to really keep up with how bad things are with this movie. But it's bad. It's bad. I didn't like this. If you guys wasn't sure, I didn't really like this movie. I went into this movie with an open mind. You know, like I said, I like The Force Awakens. I know J.J. Abrams is coming back to do this movie. So I was like, all right, maybe we could do something with this. But it did not work out. It didn't work out, man. I'm highly disappointed. I can't go into too much more without spoiling, so I'm just going to cut my spoiler-free review off here, man. If you can see this movie for free, I would recommend it. Don't waste your money. This is trash. Trash to the highest degree. So don't even waste your time. Don't waste your money, guys. Just go see something else. You know, go see something else. I mean, God. Anyway, guys, that was the review. Let me know what you thought about the movie. If you liked it, great. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. I hated it personally, but I'm so happy for you. But let me know in the comment section what you liked about it. What did you hate about the movie? I know I could go on for days. Wait till the spoiler review. I'll get into that. Anyways, guys, you guys have a good one.